Hey guys, me again with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be taking a look at a long-awaited gun I've wanted to do for quite some time now. And then Lego finally updated its pieces so that there would be a way for me to do it really well. So today we're going to be taking a look at the H&K G11, and we're going to be starting with this picture right here to show exactly kind of how this process started. So we started with the Handguard, because the feature that I wanted to incorporate kind of the most of was the magazines sliding in and out of these slots on top of the receiver. So the center magazine is the magazine that the weapon actually fires with. The two on the outside are actually just for storage, which is pretty interesting. If you guys want to see a really good in-depth video on this, I highly suggest you check out Forgotten Weapons video on this as well. The other thing that I wanted to point out with this render is actually these two gold lines off to the side. One of those is the barrel length, and the other one of those, the clearly longer one, is how long the overall weapon is itself. That is how I've been scaling for quite some time now my 1-to-1 scale weapons. So this is what we started with, and then what we got was this at the end of the process. This is really cool. You can see that the dark blue handguard is what we started with. From there we went on into the middle white section, and then from there we actually did the stock before we went down into the dark green section. I want to give a huge shout out to my different username. His M16 grip is the one that I used for the G11 grip that you see here, and then I slightly modified it just a little bit. Obviously the pink things are the magazines, and we went with those last. So all of this put together represents this right here. This is the H&K G11 complete version number 1. I want to let you guys know that this model is extremely rough. And by rough, I mean that a lot of this middle section here and this back section here are completely hollow. There's not a lot of moving parts that go on here because there's not a lot of moving parts that you would see from the outside of the model itself. So here it is inside of LDD to POV-Ray. As you can see, this gun is huge. This thing is wide as all get out. As you can see, it is wide, 10 studs wide at its greatest. It is exceptionally wide and bulky, and it's just huge in every way, shape, or form. I was actually really wanting to make this model because I had shown off a drawing that I did of an H&K G11, which is like the futuristic G11. And that, obviously, if I was going to make that, I might as well make the H&K G11. So this is what we've got. So, yeah, a lot of stud transitions going on here, and I actually used a specialty piece to get this angle going down, as you guys can see here. I'm really happy that I used that piece to do that. These two side magazines, how they lock in place is they just slide back, and there's some brackets in the back here that they just click into. Pretty simple. To get the curves going on here that are really nice looking curves, bracket pieces, pretty simple. See that? The barrel is just inset using arch pieces, one right side up, one upside down. The underside of this, pretty basic, but curved, so it's got nice comfortable feeling. Lines have been cut into it, no problem. This is actually supposed to be a button that you use for disassembly. Yeah, no, not happening because it's complicated, and already there's a lot going on in this area that would just not happen. There's some upside down building going on here, particularly just to get these arches going on through it. So as you can see, clearly, easy, nice, good looking. And then we have a brick-built trigger and our safety, pretty basic. Nothing much really here, ambidextrous. We have our charging handle, and yeah, oh goodness. I feel like there was a piece there that is now not there. Like I said, a lot of this is nice and open, as you can see. It's really rough on the inside. So this works, so you would pop this out to its position, and then you would take and rotate this to charge the weapon. I believe Ian said you do it 2 times before you would put it back in its position, just like so. And then it locks into place on this little section right here so that it can't rotate on you. This area was really difficult getting this to slope down so that the stock wasn't 10 studs wide, because that would be really awkward. And then the yeah, there's a lot going on. This fires using an integrated red dot scope that would go right up here. Yeah, didn't make it. Like I said, really, really rough. But this is by far like the greatest looking H&K G11 that I've seen made out of Legos. I am so happy with this model. It looks fantastic. Soon I will be finishing this up and polishing it off before I move on to making the H&K G11. So look out for that as we go forward. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to comment and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. I will see you guys later in another YouTube video.